Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others, or by fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loy Machedo is the best.
Oh, okay. Even though I addressed this issue in my previous video, I want to address it once again. And the issue or the problem that I want to address is the Hindu-Muslim communal hatred which is growing. Okay. Now, to give you a context, long story short, a couple of tweets, Facebook updates were taken where, Hindus were talking about Muslims, that they are spreading the coronavirus. And, and name calling was done. So what happened is people took screenshots of these updates along with the person's profile, hashtagged Dubai police or UAE police. Then all the Muslims jumped on board, put pressure, the guy lost his job. Okay? A lot of name calling, a lot of threats. That person endured personally, but that was not taken. Just that one post, okay, Muslims are pigs, or they pray and they spread virus. Then slowly, all the number of posts and updates, alerts to Dubai police increased. Now they started to have anyone put a cartoon, okay, like a Muslim guy having a bomb around him, another Muslim guy having coronavirus kind of like cartoonish strapped around him, and they're saying this is the new weapon. So this was taken as racist, Islamophobic, and the person who shared, in as much as shared, was reported to Dubai police or UAE police. Gulf News covered it. Person lost their job. Now Gulf News, being in a Muslim country, has been talking about these anti-Muslim posts. You can't blame them because they are in a Muslim country. They have to talk about support, stuff that supports Muslim, that puts Arabs in a positive light, and then whoever speaks against them, they put them in a negative light. This happens all across the world. For example, in USA, Fox News versus CNN. I think CNN that does not like Trump would say Trump creates an immigration policy to encourage racism. I'm giving an example. Fox News will take the same story and say Donald Trump takes tough measures on immigration to protect citizens. So same policy. One media house talks and positions it as racism. The second media house calls it patriotism. Okay. So now what has happened is, ever since these posts started of Muslims pointing out Hindus jumped onto the bandwagon, and now they are highlighting Muslims doing injustice. Like Muslims who pray in groups, they take screenshots of this. Muslims who have been causing terrorism, bombings, murders, rape, atrocities against small children. Okay, so this has been targeted by the Hindu, supporting publications. So the Muslim publication, not wanting to go one step down, the Muslim scholars, priests, and there's an Arab female who's known as some princess. She's not a real princess. Her name is Princess. Okay? And all the dumb fucking idiots on the planet who don't do research. Oh, she's actually the princess of UAE. She's the princess. What fucking princess? There's no fucking princess, man. Go check fucking Wikipedia. She's a businesswoman. Not fucking princess. It's not like the queen and the king and uneducated fucking people. Okay, so this female, she comes up online and she talks, they insulted Indians are our brothers and this and that. Okay, fine. She highlighted Muslims in a positive light, Arabs in a positive light. You don't expect, obviously, you wouldn't expect her to speak on the atrocities against Indians, racism against Indians, the fact that Indians, their passports are taken or they're subjected to inhuman working conditions. No, obviously, I don't blame her for that, because then it'll make her look stupid, right? Okay, and then Hindus responded. So Hindus, Muslims, Hindus, Muslims, Hindus, Muslims. It has been going back and forth. And now, because it has gone to the highest levels, you have people digging out old tweets. One guy like Sonu Nigam is some singer or something of India. He complained of Azan. You know, Azan is that shouting, screaming that these Muslims do. They never pray quiet. They pray loudly. Well, it's the Muslim culture where they want to invite people from the village, come and pray. That culture has not evolved. Even today, they shout and scream and invite others to pray, even though maybe the majority are not Muslims. They are Hindus or they are Christians. They are sleeping. So they'll wake them up also. For me, I was born in a Muslim country. For me, it doesn't matter. When I sleep, I go to sleep. And, you know, it's in a way, it's a good thing. It's like an alarm clock. Okay? Nothing else. So there's nothing wrong. It's good. People are praying. Okay? So that's good. So Sonu Nigam said they disturb his sleep. So this was taken as Islamophobic, even though he mentioned a fact. The fact is, yes, it's loud noise. The fact is, yes, people's sleep gets disturbed. The fact is that you're waking up non-Muslims. So there's nothing Islamophobic. It was a fact. But Muslims, that is Islamophobic. Okay, whatever. Fine. And then they started digging out old tweets of ignorant, stupid people who do not have proper upbringing, whose mothers and fathers didn't teach them manners. They start talking about girls. 95% of Arab women didn't get an orgasm. You know, I wanted to ask that piece of shit, why your mother shared with you how many times she got orgasm? Why how many times Hindu women get orgasms? So you evaluated all the Hindu women, checked their vaginas, put your head inside their ass and checked, do they get an anal orgasm or vaginal orgasm? Yeah. So is that what you are? Is that what your family is? I would have asked that guy that. Why you put your nose up all the Arab women into their vaginas and checked, are you getting orgasm? What do you do in your part time then? You check also if they wash it or not? Fucking stupid. This is the quality of Indian politicians. This is the quality of the people running India. Because if it was the West, he would be jailed by now, he'd be named and shamed and his career destroyed. But in India, no, he's a minister. He's a great man. I wonder how his mother and sisters and daughter and children walk. How do they walk knowing that their father talks of women's orgasms sexually? He looks at women as sexual objects. I wonder. Anyway, that's a different point. So this mannerless idiot did this, okay? So they dug it out. I'm glad they named and shamed him. But then, obviously, Hindus responded. So now what is happening is the entire internet, they're just digging out tweets, cartoons, incidents, episodes, atrocities. Muslims will dig out the stupid things Hindus have done, like eating cow dung, drinking cow piss, like that two sadhus, they died. Hindus killed Hindus only. That's the best part. Okay, so this is one. On the other side, you have Hindus digging out, September 9/11, Muslims did. Chopping of hands in Saudi, Muslims do. Marriage to underage children, which also Hindus do, and Muslims do. So it has been going back and forth. Now, the reason I brought all this up is not to fuel one party against another. It's not to support one party against another. My question to you is, how does all this nonsense, all these forwards, all this bad mouthing, all this, filling up Facebook with attacks against the other party. Oh, Muslims have done this. Oh, check out the Muslim tweet. Oh, check out the atrocities of Muslims. Check out how Muslims behave. A Hindu guy will keep putting it up. Muslim guys on my Facebook. Oh, look how Hindus behave. Oh, look, this Hindu guy is involved in Islamophobia. Oh, this Hindu. I'll tell you, I've started to unfollow such people. I've started to delete such people because you're just cluttering Facebook with nothing but hatred. How does what you're putting bring about any change? It just brings out more hatred. It just brings out more prejudice. It just brings out more misunderstanding instead of bringing up peace. Oh, you'll say you're creating awareness. What fucking awareness? You can go to fucking Wikipedia, CNN, BBC, Al Jazeera, NDTV, Republic TV. How much more awareness do you need? If you have to be aware, you'll just go to all these sites. You are not a news reporter. You know what you're doing? You're just fucking bored. You're just fucking bored. You don't have anything worthwhile to put. So you're being a gossipy bitch. That's what you're doing. Because I'll tell you, honestly, if you really had work to do, if you really were a productive person, if you really were a self-respecting person, you'd not be sitting on Facebook, gossiping and positioning, oh, we good people. It's like a fucking positioning yourself as a victim for sympathy. Oh, you poor people. Oh, you good people. Oh, you are full of morals. If you're that much of a social justice warrior, being a Muslim, why don't you talk about Muslims? There I'll respect you. Why don't you speak about what is the rule for apostasy? If you leave the religion, they'll kill you. Why don't you highlight what they do with gay people? They kill them. Why don't you highlight your indifference towards the LGBTQ community? Why don't you highlight how Muslim men are marrying underage children? Why don't you highlight one man can marry 4 women, but one woman cannot marry 4 men? Why that rule? Why do you have that when you die, you get 72 virgin, fresh pussy? Yeah. Why? Why does that kind of God give such kind of thing? So why don't you highlight that if you want to create awareness? And if you're a Hindu, why don't you speak on Hindus killed those 2 sadhus? Oh, those are uneducated, but they were Hindus, right? Why don't you speak on Hindus pelting and killing and harming doctors? No, why don't you speak on those Hindu festivals? See, when you speak about your own drawbacks, that is called awareness, not when you speak on other people's drawbacks. If I speak on my own drawbacks and I tell you these are my limitations, my faults, that's self-awareness. Not if I speak on, oh, my neighbor's a fucking gossipy bitch, or that guy's fat and ugly, or that guy is behaving like a cunt. So how does it help? You speak on yourself, you speak on your religion. Fine, that's awareness. And here's the biggest part. There are 2 kinds of people. One is who'll just sit on Facebook and put posts, put updates, put YouTube links, and put news links, and keep on sharing all this shit. What does it do? It just shows you're jobless. If you really had something worthwhile to do, you would have gone and helped some poor people. You would have fed some poor people. You would have taken your month's salary and given it to someone. You would have been busy doing charity. There, I would appreciate, I admire. Oh, Loy, but I do it. Yeah, you do it. Do it every fucking day. Every day, instead of spending the 1 hour on Facebook, spreading the hatred, spend the 1 hour in hospital, comforting someone who has cancer, taking care of someone, working in a school, teaching some children. Fine. I would have much more respect for your religion, much more respect for you. What the fuck are you doing? I know, now you'll turn on, no, what the fuck are you doing? I'm not involved in this Hindu-Muslim, this thing. I don't go around saying atheists are good. No, there are fucking pieces of shit in atheists also. They are fucking ignorant. Okay? I'm busy focused on my own work. Then your question will, then why the fuck are you talking about this? Because I run groups. WhatsApp groups, Facebook groups. I make a living online, so I'm 24/7 online. And all I see are these people doing shit. And you know what's a funny thing? The people who engage in this kind of bullshit, they're normally unsuccessful people. They are people who are gossipy. They are people who are pieces of shit. They're people who I don't respect because they don't have anything worthwhile. They only have gossipy shit. Now, don't get me wrong. It's not that every person who shares this is a piece of shit. There's been, unfortunately, one guy who has been there for me at my time of need. I like the guy. Really like the guy. But every time he would put, Hindus have done this, Hindus have done that, poor Muslims, poor this, poor that. I didn't want to delete him because he was there for me when I needed him. So I unfollowed him. I didn't bother. I didn't bother telling him anything, but there's no point. See, this video is not about Muslims are good or Hindus are good. Each one has good, each one has bad. But if we start pinpointing fingers now, it's not going to help. And please stop digging up old fucking posts and old fucking... People have a right to their fucking opinion, yeah. People look at me and say, what the shit is on your face? You look like a pedophile, you look like a rapist, gangster, your wife is ugly, your kid is ugly. How much do you buy your Thai wife for? How much is that Thai whore for one night? People talk all sorts of shit about me, my family, my kid. I look at it as entertainment. I look at it as people actually have time for all this. Because someone who is busy with their work, their life, their career, someone who has responsibilities, someone who's productive will not have time for all this shit, man. Come on. Do something worthwhile with your life. What the fuck is all this? Okay, I'm not trying to badmouth this person whose name is Princess, and fine, they're doing their bit. But I would respect them much more if they spoke about their own religion, their own people, what they are doing wrong. Which Arab Muslim highlights publicly what's wrong with Islam? Show me one. Which BJP Hindu guy openly says of the drawbacks and atrocities of Hinduism? Not one. Not one. So then let's cut out the hypocrisy of speaking about others. Please stop it. We have many other things to worry about. And right now, it's a fucking recession, man. You will lose your fucking job. You need to focus on earning, taking care of your family, taking care of your loved ones, your future. Do something worthwhile. And if you have enough money and time, okay, go do something. There are hospitals. Go lend money, lend your time. There are schools, there are orphanages. You can teach some children, you can do something for the community. Fine. Stop see, politicians are busy using you. Media houses they love controversy, they love fights because engagement, views. That's what is happening. I understand one post. Even I covered it. But every fucking post, that's nonsense. That is where you're taking advantage of people. Don't for a minute think Republic TV or all these other news channels, they're not taking advantage of your stupidity. They are being smart, you're being stupid. You give them your time, you market and sell their websites. You're falling, they're playing you, it's like a game. So I hope this gives you some insight. I will delete, block or unfollow people like that. I don't need such individuals. And if you really want to be productive, if you really want to be successful, if you really want to put worthwhile things in your mind, fill it with updates, posts that, if not is positive and happy, at least brings about a worthwhile difference in your life that makes you a better person, helps you earn more money or makes you more productive. That's all I'll tell you. Please stop this nonsense. That's all I'm asking. Stop this nonsense. It's not helping anyone. Okay, in every religion, there are fucking idiots, and they'll continue until the end of time. This behavior, this uneducated response, this reactiveness is not helping anyone. So I hope this video gives you some insight. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. This is me signing off. Take care.